Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Well, somewhere in the world I am. I'm right in your ears right now. I'm in the world between your ears. I'm in that ether point, that mythological point of folklore and fantasy, because the Brown Beauty is back on duty. It's time for the Jesse T Show. And my man to my left right here, I'm going to say his name so you can go IMDb real fast and get his bio and look at all the filmography that he's done. And he's like a superstar, and he's been all kinds of sci-fi stuff and all kind. Man, he's been on Star Trek. I mean, anybody's on Star Trek is a star to me. That's just the way it is.
I also been to Mars,
and he's been to Mars.
Mars, man.
Yeah, he's a Mars man. I like that. Anyhow, Robert Leeshock, everybody. Robert Leeshock. We're already starting to get chimes in here. Yeah, you got to check us out now on Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero and the Jesse T Show Monday through Friday right here from 5 to 6, emanating from Los Angeles, the land of pleasure and paradise. We had some pleasure in paradise yesterday. You never know what's going to come up here on the show. No, it's not. That's not coming up. Thank you very much. No, No, this is a male, and I am a male, and I'm heterosexual. Thank you very much, okay? So for all you men who are homosexual and gay, I love you too. I do. I really do.
There's a lot of love here.
A lot of love.
I feel it.
Pitter-patters. Pitter-patters. Okay, yes. Instagram Live at Jesse Torrero. We're there, too. And we are building the YouTube channel. This is our goal in 2018. I got to get that channel up to at least 100,000 people now. We're starting kind of low. We're on the low down right there. That low, deep voice right there like that, right? Yes. And so we got to build that up. And so go there. It's free subscription. Be a member. We've got lots of stuff starting this next month. I'm going to be giving away some stuff. Say, I'm buying patronage here. I'm indulging people now to come to our site. I'm going to pay for you guys to come to our site.
What are you giving away?
I don't know yet. I'm hanging out at the swap meets and the 99-cent stores trying to figure it out.
He gives away compliments, people. He passes them out like Smarties.
Right. That's right. All right. And if you're Jewish, you get a yarmulke. Thank you very much.
Right.
Okay. And if you're Muslim, you get the blade and a terrorist act out of the country. No, there are some good Muslims out there. I just have yet to find one. No, I do. God, I'm getting myself in political trouble already.
And deep quick.
Yes, deep quick. I got home last night. We had this wild show, Robert, for the first 15 minutes of the show yesterday, and wound up. And we had this young lady in here, and she had some crazy sex site that she broadcasts on. And so I got home, and Mama T, she goes, "How'd the show go?" I said, "It went great." Dan the man wasn't there, and the man with the tan forever, Michelangelo, wasn't there, just the shark and me. And she goes, yeah. I said, it was like, Laurel and Hardy. It was funny. We had a lot of fun. She goes, yeah, that's great. I said, and she said, anything happened? I said, well, no, nothing happened. Yeah, I did. I got mixed up in the beginning. I didn't hear the music in the headphones, and I didn't know we were on, and Lee did it right, and I did it wrong, and I just got all confused. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I said, so, hey, baby, want to have some fun tonight? She said, threesomes? Because that's what that woman was talking about. Threesomes.
Oh.
And she happened to be sitting in a lap between I and my friend. So I fell asleep on the couch with all my clothes on, watching late-night Star Trek.
Nice. Trouble at the tea home.
Yes, the tea home.
You brought it home.
Oh, I did.
You brought your work home, brother.
Oh, I did. I did bring it home.
That's how you get in trouble.
That's how I do get in trouble. Yes, man.
Huff and mouth.
Thank God. Thank God I've known the woman a long time, and she forgives me. Thank you.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got a couple things we're going to do here. We're going to play a trailer. We're going to play a demo, and we're going to play something that Robert Leeshock, was in. Start chiming in on Instagram Live and YouTube, Jesse Torrero. Go over there, too. And, hey, we can't forget about our audio feed on radio at thepowerofvoices.com. Okay? All right. So there you go. Why do they do a .com? Why did they do it .com? because it's like it. It could lean into something different. Dot
anything.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble again.
Rhetorical.
Yes. Thank you. I do a lot of talking to myself. What can I tell you? So how the hell you been, Robert?
I've been all right. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Man,
we chatted quite a bit about a month ago.
Yeah.
We became good buddies. But I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man.
I live in the neighborhood, so anytime.
Oh, you live in this neighborhood? Man, that means
do.
you're like 10 minutes from the ocean.
I'm about a block and a half from the ocean.
Oh, get away from me.
Brother. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm on a boat in Marina Del Rey.
Are you really?
Yeah,
You're living on a boat?
Yeah. Yeah.
God, the stories this man could tell. Because I lived on a boat in Santa Barbara for about 2 years, man. Woo! Yes, at KIST Radio. I was living on a rich man's boat and saying it was mine.
Oh, no. I'm on a humble man's boat. I say it's mine, but
yeah.
If I were single.
Oh, Lord.
My God. Oh.
Yeah, you would
but
start
I'm not.
some deep sea fishing, and the deep sea fishing would say, "Ooh, the water's deep too," right?
Exactly.
The water's cold.
It's cold. It's
but
deep,
it's deep
too. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That's right.
I like that old one.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. You'd be dropping that line down to get the rockhead.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think I'm in the marina where
you know what rockhead is, right?
Nah.
It's fish with big bulgy eyes. When you pull them up because they're deep, their head explodes. Okay. All the animal lovers and mammal lovers and fish lovers just got pissed off at me. Saying hi to Julie, Jim, saying hi to Daniel, saying hi to Jack Edward Sawyers. Hey, he's been in business. He does a lot of videos and stuff. Saying hi to Angela Capri, a nice young actress there. She's doing well. Saying hi to Bill Whiter Sr. and R.J. Johnson. I like that. There's something about R.J. R.J. Johnson. I like that name.
There's a whole skit about have to call me Mr. Johnson.
That's right.
You can call me R. Oh, you can call me J.
You can call me R.J.
J. Jr.
I love that guy.
Yeah, don't you love that guy? Yeah, that's right.
But you doesn't have to call me.
In fact, that's
Johnson.
Yeah, in fact, that's what I called a real estate broker earlier today because I do have a real estate business and his name is Johnson. I said, "Hey, baby, will you be my Johnson?" and he thought about it for a second, and he thought, then he laughed, and he goes, he said a few things to me. But anyhow, so Luis De Stefano is checking in with us too.
Ciao.
Okay, and Instagram Live, we got to get you rolling. Okay, so you live on a boat.
I live on a boat.
And that's cool, and we're going to get back to that.
Yeah.
But first, I want you to set up this first video we're going to play. Now, this was from a TV series that you starred in that ran for the whole middle part of the 1990s, and it was I watched it. I watched the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Can I have an autograph, please?
How about a permanent tattoo?
Yeah, that's
Liam
right.
Kincaid.
So tell me about this. The name. Tell everybody about how you came about this.
Name of the show is Earth Final Conflict. Part of the Star Trek franchise. Sort of one of their derivative series. Supposedly, Gene Roddenberry, who is the author and creator of Star Trek, after he passed, they found one of like a lost script. So they named the production company Lost Script Productions. His wife, Majel, who's no longer with us as well.
She passed.
She and David Kirshner, the producer of the Chucky movies.
Yes.
They got together, created this series. They had a lead actor on it for season 1. The ratings dipped. They killed him off.
Oh, wow.
And they went looking for a renegade guy in New York City.
Oh, I wonder who they found.
Oh, man, they found the renegade actor, Robert Leeshock. So anyway, this crazy, actually, it was a renegade producer. So he comes to New York. I go to this audition. I was desperate. I was scratching and clawing in that audition. And this guy in the room was like, he's eyeballing me. He's like, I like this guy. So anyway, I flew out to L.A., auditioned for it against another guy I knew from New York.
Oh, man.
And the producer sabotaged this guy's audition.
Oh, yeah, well.
He basically gave him like bad information, had him like mess up how to say the name of the aliens.
So, that's that's funny.
It was
That's
great.
bad.
It was bad.
That's an evil
It was
man,
bad.
right? And when he has him wearing a dress and he has him wearing a three-piece suit, right?
He says, just do a little hula in this thing and you'll definitely get the part.
That sounds like my first agent that I had in town when I was acting, and I did. They were blind, and I didn't know for 2 years. Testament to my talent.
Yeah. So anyway, I auditioned for it. They make you wait 5 days, like 5 business days, and
always.
at the end of the 5th business day, they called me up and said, "You're the guy."
So what happened when they called you? Said you were the guy. I mean, what did you do?
You know, Jesse, it was like 13 years of a career, like built up into that moment,
Right?
And you'd think you'd be ecstatic,
Yeah.
but you're actually just relieved.
Someone believes in me,
Exactly.
and is going to pay me some money,
And they're going to pay you. So I called up my dad, back
yeah.
east, and
Right
I was
on.
like, "Dad, I got this party." He's like, "That's great. That's great." And that moment was like, it was pure gold.
that moment talking to Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my dad died while I was doing the show.
Oh,
So you're like, this is the greatest job in the world. Your dad dies, so now you're at both extremes.
Yeah.
So, I have that.
but he got to see you.
Yeah.
And he got to know that his son, after all those years of the stuff you went through, man, you got something good.
Squandering an Ivy League education to become an actor.
Yeah, well, welcome to the story.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
So
yeah, I mean,
it's nice when your dad believes in you,
someone's got to believe in you, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. So now what we're going to see is which season?
So this is I was the lead in seasons 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
And as karma has it, when season 5 rolled around, they figured they could make this last season cheap. So they negotiated around my back with my co-star.
Right.
So I don't appear in season 5. So this is the intro for seasons
Okay.
2, 3, and 4.
All right. So we're gonna set that up. Let me know when you got that rolling. You ready to go? Okay. So this is Earth Final Conflict, Season 4, starring Robert Leeshock.
They have come to Earth with the promise of peace. An alien race called the Talons. But there are those who resist these alien companions. For the Talons' true mission, the secrets they hide, will forever alter our world. The fate of humanity now relies on those who dare challenge the future of Earth.
Hey, that's really cool, man. And when that came on, I remember when that came on, Babylon 5 was either just ending or they were starting to get just halfway through Babylon 5, and this came on. It was really competitive against that. Of course, you had the Star Trek Generations coming on, too.
Right.
Not too far. But this was so different. And the big question at the time was, how are they going to make sci-fi different? Coming from Gene Roddenberry, how are they going to make it different? And it really was a different kind of show.
Yeah. I think the introduction of, well, I liked the show in season 1, but I also liked the fact that they wanted to hire me for season 2. I was very amenable to, to that suggestion.
Yes.
But they created a hybrid character. So my character was the product of an alien and 2 humans. So I had what they call like a triple helix, an extra strand of DNA.
Right.
So it was an interesting kind of proposition for a Roddenberry series to have that kind of like lead character.
So he actually was way ahead of his time doing transgender stuff and adding a DNA to it.
Yes. He was cloning.
Yes, he was
Before his
cloning
time.
before cloning happened. Or was he just clowning?
He was
But
clowning. He was clowning, and he also invented the iPhone. I think Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, come on. He invented everything.
He did.
He invented having wild sex between black and white people.
Exactly.
Uhura and Kirk, I had a fantasy about that when they kissed for the first time, man. Man, I had many nights happy in my bed.
I was at one of these sci-fi conventions once, and many years ago, I had seen some episode from a Star Trek, and there was this green woman doing some modern interpretive dance. And as we were signing at this convention, I looked over, and the actress sitting next to me had all her photos out. And all of a sudden, I became a fan because I realized the actress I was sitting next to was that woman I had seen on the Star Trek.
From the Sex Planet, the Nymphomaniac planet.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, she was hot.
She was.
So when you did this series, was Roddenberry on the set at all? Was he still healthy enough to?
No, he had already passed.
He had already passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his son, Eugene,
right,
who goes by Rod, he was there, and he was sort of, he's a very, what do you call it, principled guy who wants to protect his father's legacy. So there was a lot of, too many maybe cooks, spoiling the soup.
Right.
And, his son was sort of obligated to sort of point out things that maybe weren't Roddenberry-esque. So there was a challenge for him as the son.
Probably a lot of stuff came up.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to tweak it and twist it. And Roddenberry he always had that great quality of storytelling from a point of view that the result always ended up with a moral message.
Absolutely, yeah.
Every show had a moral message to it of some sort. That's what I loved about Star Trek more than anything in those early days was the morality of the crazy characters who just wanted to shoot up the galaxy, have sex with everybody, beat up Klingons and Romulans, destroy people, make things explode, and fight monsters. But they always had a morality to them.
Absolutely.
Now, go figure that one.
Absolutely.
And there was always a good story. He was the first to do so much stuff. So being on the set, that must have been a lot of fun. Did you have to do a lot of makeup?
No, not a lot of makeup.
Yeah, you kind of look like the guy that you were there.
Yeah, but it was cool to be, like a TV action guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just phenomenal. You're jumping around, you get a couple of bruises, but man, it's cool.
Yeah, so when you went out in the town, could you still kind of cloak yourself and be in town with anybody noticing you during that 4 or 5 years?
We shot it in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So, the Canadians, they're all nice.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Nobody's going to harass you in Toronto.
No. Hey. Hey,
how about
beer,
that? How about that exchange rate, eh?
Hey, yeah, we like that, eh?
Yeah. So that was fun.
All right, so you come off of that now, and the mindset of an actor who's been successful, especially at that level, the mindset is what's next, right?
Yeah.
Where do I go from here? What do you do? How do you get the next job? Are you hoping something comes, or did it happen for you? Well,
you get into a bunch of rooms, but I was getting into a room auditioning for a show called 24.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I'd get hired? Or it was me, Kiefer Sutherland?
I think Kiefer got it.
I think Kiefer may have had a little bit of,
Yeah.
So then when I got bored,
Come on,
Jesse,
your dad's Donald Sutherland? Come on, please.
When I got bored, here's what I did. I taught myself to speak Italian.
Really?
Yeah. I moved to Italy. And I was going to become an Italian English-speaking actor living in Rome.
Oh, how cool is that?
It's cool until you meet.
That's sort of like Eric Estrada having to learn Spanish and go down to South America and do the novellas for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Which I also did. I did a telenovela in Mexico many years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So you speak Italian and Spanish?
I speak Spanish, but we did the telenovela in English. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we were in Mexico City for 7 months. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, those novellas are great, man. Because the girls are always so voluptuous and crazy wild. And it's all about love.
Oh, yeah.
Saying hi to a good buddy of mine, Craig Powers from Arizona, checking in.
Nice.
He runs about 5 radio stations out there.
Cool.
Jesse Whitney, Joe St. George. We're here with Robert Leeshock. Lorraine Landon, she's been an actress forever and ever. She's been in hundreds of pictures. And,
nice.
And just a terrific lady. Clark Tang, one of my Kung Fu brothers, checking in.
Cool.
Eric Lindholm and Becky Romero. Did you have to learn some sort of combat fighting arts when you did that movie? When you did Earth Final Conflict?
There was a stunt guy who was teaching me these, what do you call them, katanas?
Yeah, karate. Katanas,
yeah. So it was a little bit of that, but, after a while, man, you get beaten up like that. You're like, hey, get my stunt guy back in here.
I mean, you weren't doing a Stallone or
No. My stunt guy was a world champion martial artist, and I was like, let's get Darren in here to do that.
You didn't have any illusions of grandeur.
No. After you take a couple of, this one stunt guy says, no, you don't need a mat. Just fall on the ground, man. He's like an old cowboy, right?
So you did the One Life to Live series, the TV series, of course, the soap opera.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I did Santa Barbara, Days of Our Lives,
Oh, wow.
and General Hospital.
Yeah, I
all
think
on the West Coast here.
oh, right. I was on the East Coast,
Yeah.
and I did what was it? As the World Turns.
I think everybody's done those things.
Yeah.
At some
That
point
was
in their
great.
career.
I was playing like a lawyer who was, treating this poor young girl very badly. I kidnapped her. I was pulling her by the hair. I was a bad guy.
It's good to be the bad guy.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. But, it was so great about it. When they wrote me out of the scene, like they were killing me off,
Yeah.
I had this last scene to play. I was so pissed off that they wrote me out of it because, the contract's up.
Right. After 3 or 5 years, right?
And in that
Done.
scene, I wasn't pissed off in the scene. I was pissed off at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them for writing me out of the show.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm
no
telling you.
acting necessary,
No,
right?
absolutely not. That was just straight from the
I was
gut,
like, I
baby.
could shoot up this whole room. I'm crazy.
Yes,
I'm
that's
out
right.
of work.
You thought about going postal. You're going soap opera, baby.
Exactly.
I'm going opera style. That's right. Give me a pen.
I'm gonna lather myself up with
Let
this.
me wrap up a script in a round form and beat you to death with my last script.
Absolutely.
Boom, boom, right? Yes. When I did Santa Barbara, and it was a small run, NBC canceled it after a while. They did a couple of years, 2 or 3 years of Santa Barbara, and I was on the first year, and I was a security guard chasing the good guy who was actually a bad guy, anti-hero, but I became the bad guy chasing the good bad guy, and when they killed me off, I got to die over a cliff being pushed and lit on fire.
Oh, nice. You got to go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah,
brother.
I did, man.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that is that 4:00 morning call.
Oh.
I hated that.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had some aliens on our show. I think their call time was 3:30 a.m.
Oh,
They'd be in,
forget it. Yeah.
makeup for 3 hours. Oh, so
That's
brutal.
insane.
Yeah.
So, when you go from daytime TV to nighttime TV, there's a difference, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, sci-fi's its own kind of genre, right? Daytime drama's got its whole kind of thing to it. And then, do you know that I was on the original Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah, man.
So doing that was
How
just,
cool was that, huh?
it was so strange to see these like iconic characters just walking around. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's part of the show. They would just bring in these people to do cameos and stuff, pick up their kids or whatever. Right?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Luke Perry and
Luke Perry, man.
Shannon Doherty.
Oh, she was so hot. Oh, God, she was so hot. That was
little
way
hot
back
girl.
in 93, 94,
Yeah.
right? Oh, man, that's it. If I was on that set, I'd be a terrible man. I would have definitely had a sexual harassment charge on me right now.
You'd turned yourself in.
I would have just went down and put, I'm here, I'm guilty, Academy SAG, I'm guilty,
right.
That's it, done.
I'd like to turn myself in, please. I've had illicit thoughts
yes.
about Shannon Doherty.
Oh, did I ever? Yeah, she was so
They were
hot.
fun, though. They were.
Shooting in Beverly Hills, a lot of outside shots because they did a lot of location stuff.
Yeah, they shot at Occidental College.
Right.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Obama's college.
Right.
You left-wing liberal loony.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
He's another one of these left-wing liberal loonies. I'm proud of it. Yeah, no way. Give me the right, baby. Exit stage right.
Oh.
All right, we're going to fight
I'll give you so many rights.
And you can't call your double. Wait a minute, you might call your double. I don't want to fight him.
Let me tell you something. I'll give you so many rights, you'll be begging for a left. I don't know where I pulled that from.
Hey, look, it won't be the first time I've had a right and a left. Let me tell you.
Oh, man.
Bob, the only thing I do these days is run really fast, and I can run 6 miles without stopping. So
You mentioned that. You mentioned that.
Spartan runner.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Lee, our producer and IT king here, to do it with me.
Ain't gonna happen, Lee.
Yeah. He just doesn't know a good thing, man. Well, if you went out there and saw some of those little hotties that were running out there, you might be different.
I will watch them.
Professional bird watcher, yeah.
Yeah, so Occidental College, some small little college, nice place. Yeah, very cool. So you did a lot of shooting there, huh?
We shot there, and then we shot in, I guess the studios were in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the guy, Ian Ziering, with his hot rod pulling donuts outside the studio. I was like, all right, dude.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
So being on Star Trek, did you when you were on Star Trek, what was that like? Every Trekkie out there who's a Trekkie, say, hey, I'm a Trekkie. Saying hi to Chapman Tracy and Kahandi
Okay. All right.
Right. And Linda Fethig is checking in with us. So
Awesome.
Cool. Hey,
Awesome.
Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. YouTube/Jesse Torrero. KTNT Radio and TV Podcasting Network on thepowerofvoices.com. Good to have you along. Robert Leeshock in here. Terrific actor over the years and a lot of good stuff. We're going to get into some of the stuff he's got coming up. But tell me about Star Trek, because all Trekkies want to know about Star Trek.
Well, the awesome thing is you get to do all these sci-fi conventions.
Oh,
so you travel the world.
Do you get paid for autographs and all
Heck
that stuff?
yeah.
Oh, man.
So you go party with the fans for a weekend, and you wind up with what did I make, like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 this weekend?
Oh,
to
man.
drink beers with a bunch of Trekkie fans.
I kind of like that.
I mean, it's awesome.
Not bad.
Until you meet the girl all
Right.
in the blue makeup, and the next morning you're like, what did I do? What did I do? I went blue last night.
That's right.
It all went blue.
Oh, yes. Oh,
fade to blue.
How wonderful it is to have groupies.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
But
yes.
the fans, you know what it is?
Yeah. They're great fans. They're loyal.
They're loyal. They're intelligent. It's a tolerant kind of society of people who
and
just
they know Star Trek.
Oh man,
like me, I know Star Trek. I know it inside and out.
You do.
Oh, I'm a Trekkie all the way. I got the ears. I got the Vulcan ears. Oh yeah, man. Live long and prosper.
Hell
right?
yeah,
absolutely.
Hell
man.
yeah. Vulcan mind meld.
Vulcan mind, my mind to your mind. Oh, Saturday night on the boat? No.
Jesse, You better report to SAG, because I just got that stuff between your ears, man. You better return yourself.
Did I grab it just right? I did it just right, didn't I?
You did.
Told you, I'm a Trekkie. I'm a freaking Trekkie. Oh, Discovery is so cool. Have you seen the new one?
No.
You want me to tell you all about it?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
All of a sudden, he's my older brother here.
Yeah, I set him up on that one.
Awesome.
But no, that's kind of cool. When they go to those autograph conventions, and they have a lot of them. Yeah. There's a lot of terrific stars. These are, people that are working still, and some iconic people too.
Yeah.
But
you show up at a convention, you see like Adam West. And you're just like,
one
really,
guy
dude?
I never had a chance to ever talk to.
He
was a wild man, Adam West was like he made Hugh Hefner look like a child.
Really?
From what I tell, what I'm told.
Really?
Adam West was notorious. Adam West was a man of the sword. Let me tell you.
Lived and died by the sword.
He was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. He had a lot of tricks in his utility belt.
Yeah,
huh?
he was man. Actually, he did. I get it, guys.
It wasn't filled with what do they call it, Mickeys and
he made a whole career out of that. 2 or 3 years on TV, and that became such a magnet of appreciation by the whole friggin' world.
Yeah,
I mean that can happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like that, and it's really cool when that kind of stuff happens. I think that's one of the cool things about acting is that you can see your roles as time goes on, and you do more roles and stuff, and you find yourself as different age brackets and age groups that you're moving through, and you've got a whole career to kind of look back on the experiences, not just acting, but the stuff around it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, what is one of the craziest things that ever happened to you from fans? Or on a set or something.
Oh, I got a great story. You want to hear this?
Yes, I do.
All right, so we're down in Mexico doing this telenovela, and all these Mexican guys see all these American actresses, and they all just want to have sex with these blonde American actresses, right? So we're out in this club one night. It's Halloween. This girl I'm dating is dressed up in this pumpkin costume, and there's this typical macho Mexican guy. Right. I said, yo, dude, take it easy, man. Sounds to me like you want to put our members out on the bar and see whose is bigger.
Right.
And he's like, let's do it. I was like, all right, this guy's out of his mind. I got to stay away from this guy. But at the end of the night, he's in his little Volkswagen. He's drunk, and my girl and I are outside, and we're like, he wants to give us a ride.
Oh, no, you didn't.
We get in the car. They take out the back seats because they use them for storage, right? Yeah. This girl's sitting on my lap. We go down the road. The guy starts putting his hand on her lap.
Oh,
she said,
man.
Robert, no. I said, just tell him. He does it a second time.
Oh, man.
When he does it the third time, I say, stop the car. Stop the car. And I'm not a fighting man, right?
Right. No, you're...
Little Pumpkin gets out of the car, and I turn and I see this guy's profile, and I go, boom.
Right.
right over here. He's in shock.
Yeah.
Now we're all drunk.
Right, yeah,
But
sure.
so I don't think it's going to hurt the guy. I pull the keys out. As he's getting out of the car, we're now behind the car, and I'm dangling the keys in front of him, and I go, yo, MF, I got your keys. And I throw him down the street, and he's like a cartoon character. He's looking at the keys. He's looking at me. He looks at the keys. He looks at me. He goes for the keys. I tell him, my little pumpkin, run! We're running through the streets of Mexico because by the time he gets the keys, gets back in the Volkswagen, he's going to come hunt us down.
No, can't you just see the policia picking up a pumpkin running down the street who's a gringo?
Here's an orange pumpkin and a large white Caucasian male. I just got punched in the face. I think I don't know what happened.
That's funny, man.
Isn't that fun?
That's a fun story.
Yeah.
That's the kind of cool thing about this business. You know, the stories that you go through are unlike no stories from any other profession.
No. You can't make this stuff up.
No, the entertainment business is so wacky.
Yeah.
It is so outrageously crazy. You just never know what's going to happen.
And you're dancing the line because, you know, before you get the job, you know, I'm wiping down the table as a waiter going, all right, this thing's going to change. And a week later, you're in a trailer. Someone's knocking on the trailer saying, hey, what can I get you for breakfast? and your per diem for that week is about as much as you made in the whole week working as a waiter.
Right.
So then what happens is you got to keep it all in perspective because as people start to say things to you like, hey, how's it going, star? And you're like, really? Just be real with me, would you?
Right.
But then all of a sudden you start
How's
to
it going, asshole?
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, I respect you, man. I don't know. Okay. But I respect you.
All right, fuckface.
Exactly.
Right. Excuse
now
me.
we're cool. Now we're cool.
Now?
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
shithole.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We can't use that word.
Yeah, it's when they start telling you how talented you are and how great things are, how awesome you are. So it's when they're plotting to kill you.
So when I'm doing the next red carpet, which is going to be on March 4th, right in front of the Academy Awards, at Roger Neal's style.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
The minute you see Tom Hanks go, listen, listen, you little
asshole,
twit.
you little twit
Listen, you
monster.
little sensitive little actor boy.
You little Peter boy, right?
Exactly.
Right? I insult. Is that the trick?
That's it.
Okay.
That's the way. That's how you.
When that happens, I'm gonna that's it.
And you bring Lee as your muscle, just in case, you know, so he can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
he gets in that crouch position
Just gives
behind
me
him.
enough room to run.
Exactly. You need
I
a
never
decoy.
get called back to the academy, right?
No. But that would keep it real, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Mean dressing in a thong that flashes red, white, and blue is not real enough.
That's a little too real.
Oh, okay,
I gotta wipe that image out.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's brutal.
It is kind of brutal.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning crying. So
This is my life.
tell me about this the next trailer we're going to see. We're actually going to see a trailer, and it's from a project that you put together called Starleaf.
Right.
This is something that you did. This is out of your pocket.
Yes.
This is something that you created and put together. How different is that compared to doing somebody else's project? Are you like freaked out all the time?
Well, let's see. So it was my money. Yeah. So I'm like the executive producer.
Right.
There was no role in it for me. So normally you put yourself in it. Right. And I was like, what am I going to do? Force myself into this thing? So it's a sci-fi psychological thriller called Starleaf. And so what happens is now you're talking to people who say they want to invest, and your bullshit meter starts going off because you realize, like, oh, wait a second, this person's full of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so this is what it feels like to be on the other side. So now you just want actors to show up, hit the mark and bark, and don't give me any crap while you're on set.
I love that. Hit the mark and bark.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So now the onus is all on me to bring all these elements together and hope that you can just keep all these balls up in the air, right? And somehow shoot enough material so that when you get to the editing room, you can put something together and hope you have a story.
That's where it's really done.
Yeah.
Especially in any kind of film or TV production. It's
the coolest experience, sorry to interrupt, coolest experience is you read it on the page, it's one thing. You're shooting it, it's something else. You go to the editing room and all of a sudden you're like, wait a second. I didn't realize this was the movie we made.
Right.
And that's the coolest experience.
And when the music, the choreography comes into music and the sound effects and everything, that's another degree of change that you go through.
Absolutely.
And then when it airs for the first time, you're in the back of the theater hiding behind the curtain going, oh, God, I hope they like it.
Well, here's the absolute truth. So the movie's about marijuana, aliens, and soldiers with PTSD.
Dude, that's my movie. High aliens getting shot up with psychologically impaired soldiers. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So,
Wait a minute. Is this Buckaroo Banzai number 2?
It might be. It's a derivative of Buckaroo or Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody know the reference anyway?
I do. Okay, so tell us about this.
All right,
trailer.
so it's a couple Afghan vets. They come back with PTSD. They hear about a secret grove of marijuana, legend says may have been planted by extraterrestrials.
So it's special ganja.
It's special. It's ganja from another galaxy.
It's some cheating chong would like.
You
right?
got it, man. You got it.
All
So
right.
they got to go visit some old hippie in the woods, who gives them a map. The hippie's like, yo, man, you can get to the grove. You can smoke all the starleaf you want. Just have to follow some basic rules of the grove.
Gotta smoke this, man.
You got to follow like the Garden of Eden, man. The Garden of Whedon.
Okay, let's do this.
They follow the map and the adventure begins.
Starleaf, everybody. Check it out.
Roll it.
So this is where your meth guy lives. It's not meth that we're here for.
You my girls. Aren't they beauties? Now, I assume whoever told you about the Starleaf clued you into the code of conduct?
No photos, no video, no GPS. You can't take any seeds or clippings.
What the hell is that?
It's not that much, okay? I just thought I should get some clippings to go home and make some clones. Jesus Christ, you guys are freaking out for nothing. Just This ganja is out of this world. It is not of this earth.
You mean to tell me that this Starleaf is actually from outer space?
We are outer space.
Some people think marijuana is a gateway drug. In this case, it is. It's a Stargate.
I've seen that before. Why is it on your wall?
Why is it still in your head?
Listen, man, I know you're suffering from some PTSD. That's why I brought you here.
What happened to you over there in Afghanistan?
What did you do back there? You kill someone?
Folks want to get high. Welcome to the Garden of Eden, my brother.
Oh, man, that is totally cool.
Isn't that fun?
That is totally outrageously on that cutting edge, totally topical fun.
Yeah. So we teased the social debate about, opioids versus weed.
Right.
But it's E.T. weed, man.
Oh, God, man.
Now, was it cosmically seeded, man? Or did the aliens really plant it is the question.
I like that, man. Hey, Dave, man, you got to let me in here, man. The police are coming, man.
Hey, man, whatever you do, man, whatever you do, man, don't say nothing, man.
Don't say nothing. That's right. No problem, man. Knock me in. Let me in, right? Oh, man, I like that.
Yeah, man. So here's the weird thing about it. So I'm not a big weed smoker. But if you make a movie about weed and aliens, I watched it once stone cold sober. It was one experience.
Right.
I watched it once stone, and I freaked myself out by my own movie. I swear, I kid you not. I was like, oh, this is really twisted. This is really freaking weird.
Wow.
And then, and then you come back and then you watch it again. You're like, yeah, it's a little weird.
Now, how long ago was this done?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that weed is legal, you should re-release this and have it in a theater where people can smoke weed and watch it at the same
Absolutely.
time. Would that be crazy?
Absolutely. So what?
That's actually a good idea.
What we're doing.
But you'd have to. Here's the problem.
And I didn't smoke any weed to come up with that.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
What's the problem?
You can't smoke weed in a public forum.
Well,
even
we'll
though
change
it's
that.
legal.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I know people in low places.
Oh,
Now-
really? Okay.
Now, when you're in low places, now when
Are they midgets?
No. These are tall people in low places.
All right. Because I like midgets.
Don't start. Don't start.
All right.
now when you watch this,
See, we're getting the stuff right now, guys.
When you watch this, you
Right.
guys have to use the Starleaf custom rolling papers.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For Lee,
definitely.
for
Oh, yeah.
Jesse.
Really?
Yeah, man.
yeah.
A
I
copy
like
of the DVD for each
cool.
one of you
Oh,
guys.
very cool.
no.
All right.
Really?
Look now, check it out. Check out that picture.
I love that.
That's an
Look at
alien
that,
with a weed.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
This is totally cool, man.
That is nice.
So what we're doing in Washington State
look at
right
that.
now
Wow.
is we're licensing the name of the movie Starleaf for strains of weed.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
No
we
shit.
gotta talk
Yeah.
seriously because you know we are in the process of starting.
I think
a
we should
weed
open
bank.
up stores here in California named
bank.
I
Starleaf.
think you mentioned
Yeah,
this.
we need to talk.
I know.
We need to talk.
I know.
We need to talk
Yeah.
about
I
this
know.
stuff. All right. No,
Yeah.
no
It's a
problem.
great.
Yeah, man.
It's a cooler. It's a cool movie.
Right.
But I don't know if it's maybe even a cooler branding idea.
No, it's
You know what I mean?
perfect
Well, sure.
timing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
You can't ask for better timing.
Yeah.
I
And-
mean, look at you got Washington, Oregon, California.
Yeah.
You have Colorado.
Yeah.
You can release this in.
Yeah.
You've got all these places. You got 8 states right now, and then you have 36 states which are medical marijuana approved.
Yep.
Okay. You this is like
We need
a distributor that will distribute to all those states this film.
Yeah. And then we need some growers who need some branding, and we're going to call your weed Starleaf.
We need some
Yeah.
growers who have some branding who have $1 million or $5 million sitting in an undisclosed location in Mojave Desert, deep in a canaverous granite mountain, right? And they do.
I'm sure they
do.
do.
I know a dude that's got $36 million sitting there. He doesn't know what to do with it because he can't put it in the bank because it's illegal.
Wow.
Seriously,
Yeah.
man. How many toys can you buy?
I know.
Well, yesterday, I mean, we could. Well, no.
You should have stocked up yesterday while you had the chance.
Yes, no, I would have gotten too much trouble. But this is really, I like that.
Isn't that fun?
So this is Starleaf.
Yeah.
Now, can we see this anywhere by subscription or pay for it online?
Yeah, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play.
Right.
Yeah, we've been on there for, about maybe close to 2 years.
Lisa French says, "How much for a gram of Starleaf?"
Wholesale or retail?
Lisa's cool, man. She's
Awesome.
Yeah, Lisa, I can hook it up for you, no problem. you
Heck
know?
yeah. Heck yeah.
That's not fair. We can't see it. Here it is right here. Well, yeah, you can't see it there. But, Lisa, if you go over to the other site, Linda, if you go over to the other site at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, you can see the live feed emanating from the Power of Voices. Also, go on YouTube. That's actually the best place. If you can't see the promos here, because sometimes our technology doesn't filter through, but go to YouTube and you can check it out there, or the Power of Voices on facebook.com/the Power of Voices, and you can check out the stuff we've been playing here in Starleaf, man. I like that. Let's see what other comments. I want to see the trailer. I want to see the trailer.
Nice, nice.
Stacy says, Stacy's with us, Susan Dominguez.
Yeah, you can find the trailer on YouTube, The
Hey,
Power
look,
of Voices
Tracy
on YouTube.
Tracy and Grub. Tracy and Grub. I like that, man. She's grubbing out, man, after you have some Starleaf.
Oh, man, she got Starleaf munchies? Damn, man. She got some ET edibles?
And check out these, man. So when you get these little rolling papers, right?
Yeah.
Very kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one, Starleaf Munchies.
Yeah.
Starleaf Munchies.
Now, what we also have a
another
craft
brand.
beer that has hops that were supposed to smell like a particular strain of Starleaf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
got some great ideas.
That's
we
great.
Yeah,
just,
man.
So you just got to have some money.
Yeah. We just need somebody with a little bit of branding vision.
Yeah.
And we're cool.
And $5 million. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody? Hey, our viewers, you got $5 million. I'll take a 10% commission cut on there. That's from $500,000. I'll give a little bit to Lee, and Robert will be a happy guy.
How about instead of Bitcoin, we got Weed Coin?
Oh, I like that.
Right? So all the
Future
all the transactions are in Weed
coin.
Coin. Yeah.
Future weed coin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
do you
that's
think?
good. So the money that you make, we could do like a Kickstarter site or Indigo. Are you doing that, by the way?
We've thought about it, but we need somebody like you to champion our.
Oh well, I'm champion.
yeah.
That's it, man.
You're going to produce
I
the
smell.
sequel.
I know when a good thing smells right. No,
It's
thank you.
also yes.
Yes, and you get secondhand smoke.
The DVD's also a bong. It's a flat bong, but It's here. Wait.
Judith sends a photo. Oh no, I don't want to see the photo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Somehow it works. I'm not sure exactly.
Cool, man. All right. That was actually really a great trailer. It's a lot of intrigue in it. You got these kind of crazy army guys, right? Military guys.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got that old kind of Vietnam dude in there. It's like, he's been partying for 50 years.
Hell
right?
yeah.
And the Starleaf stuff. And who's the hot chick in there, man?
Oh, that's Kiki Young.
Kiki Young.
She's in a project we did, a short film we did called God Machine.
Yeah.
And Kiki's sort of like the Asian, what do you call it, porn fairy?
I like that.
So when you smoke too much ET weed, man, you may go down a road and meet the Asian porn fairy. Yeah.
Porn fairy.
She will fulfill all of your extraterrestrial desires here on this planet. But you might, you're blowing your mind, right? Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't do anything.
Well, you gotta behave yourself, Jess.
I do. I behave myself quite well.
Yes.
I'll just watch. Porn fairies. I like that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. You sit around and you're thinking, I got to do a movie. I got to write something. I got to produce something.
Right.
I got to take my career in my hands.
Right.
I got to make it happen.
Right.
I'm tired of working for the man. I'm tired of, getting abused by everybody in the system. And you're sitting around one day and you're lounging on your boat.
Yeah.
And you're sitting around and with your girl and you're looking at, an NFL game or NBA game. And all of a sudden this weed alien comes into your mind. I mean, really?
Maybe not my mind, but maybe my business partner's mind. And if you read enough sci-fi, right? So I read his writing and I'm like, this guy's weird enough and crazy enough and out of his mind enough where I'm titillated by the idea. So if so then I meditate on it and I go, all right, man, you've been at this crossroads before. It scares you and excites you. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're just, what are you going to do? Get another, to me, I was like, what am I going to do? Get another job on TV?
It's only going to last for a period of time and then there's going to go somewhere else. Very few people last 70 years.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's do something that's challenging. Let's do something that's outside the box.
Right.
And I always liked, the idea. I was like going, oh yeah, maybe we don't have any major stars, but here's the star of our movie.
It doesn't matter.
It's the leaf.
It's
right?
the whole concept of what's going on today across the nation. Yeah. This is a big controversy. You know? And
the more serious, sorry to cut you off, but the more serious thing is
anytime.
The soldiers,
I'm just not going to let you out of here,
are committing suicide at a rate of 22 per day.
And this stuff helps them.
Exactly. So we're really kind of like, if one soldier, one guy with PTSD watches our movie and takes a gun out of his mouth, we've done a great job.
Hey, the cannabis oil is what's saving a lot of people's lives. It's not so much the toxicity part of the plant, but it's the
THC,
oil. The oil,
the CBD oil.
It's and there's a huge business. Dr. Dre, the great rap producer, and the guy who created the headphones, E-Beats, and he's worth $1 billion because of the headphones, actually. But he sunk, last thing I read, about $150 million into cannabis oil, and he says he's been doing cannabis oil for 20 or 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's healed a lot of the injuries that he's had or whatever he had, and he's behind it in a big way, and that's scientifically proved. This cannabis oil has been around for eons of time, immortal.
Yeah.
And so, if there's a whole movement that could get behind this as well. This
Absolutely.
is really, when you do something topical and you do something that hits, you just hope and pray that timing is on your side. I mean, how could the timing be better?
I know. And I give my business partner credit because he thought of this 2.5, 3 years ago. So his vision, he sees things, before it really hits the whole zeitgeist, and everybody now sees it. But, the fact that we did it 2.5 to almost 3 years ago when the idea germinated, it was cool. It was like cutting, bleeding edge.
But nothing in the film business, nothing in the entertainment business happens at this drop of a hat. Everything takes time.
Right.
Everything, it's a growing process. I mean, you hear these stories about people that that have had this project for 15 years. Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven. I mean, he had that project. He bought the rights to that project when he was in his early 50s, late 40s, but he never felt he could do it because he wasn't the right age. And he had to become in his late 60s and before he felt he could do that. Pull it. So, I mean, that's not an unusual story.
Right.
The trick is to have something that's where the timing and the opportunity meet themselves, and that's called friggin' luck.
Yeah.
You know, that's where that is.
Yeah.
And so that's a great thing. Lisa French says, can I watch the entirety of the whole film on YouTube?
Not on YouTube, but on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play. You can.
It costs a couple of bucks or something.
$2 maybe on, I think, the cheapest. But, yeah.
Yeah, so go to the YouTube, Jesse Torrero or Power Voices or Facebook and watch the trailer. You'll really like it. I mean, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's outside the box. It's unpredictable. We're not going to wow you with production value because, we're on a budget.
Yeah.
But, we're just proud of, telling a good story and, and keeping people guessing.
Yeah. Yeah,
sci-fi is fun. Helping a couple of soldiers along the way.
Absolutely, because that's only going to get worse as time goes on.
Yeah.
Of course, PTSD has been a part of every soldier's life from time immemorial. I mean, even the great Greeks and the Persians and the Mongolians and the Chinese and the Africans and if you fought in battle against another human being and saw death and carnage and killed for whatever reasons that you were put there to do that, you get affected by it. So PTSD was called something else years ago, shell shock. During World War I, it was called shell shock.
Right.
So that's nothing new in the annals of the mind and the psychology of combat soldiers, men and women. But today, we've been able to isolate it and help these people get through that process. The problem is our government isn't doing enough to help them. And our government has never, I don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Our government has never done enough for our soldiers. The only time that they did enough for our soldiers was after World War II. That was the only time that they did enough to pay back the price that those men and women had to pay for World War II.
Right.
But prior to that and after, we've never had enough done for our soldiers. And this kind of stuff is important because it helps, like you said, one person to not kill themselves.
Right.
It's a worthy cause. So support this, guys, and let's make this a film that we can see in 3,300 theaters. Because why not?
Sure. And we've got a sequel. So if it really catches on, we got a great follow up to it.
I want a part in there somewhere.
Absolutely, man.
Okay. See, I ask everybody for a job, and everybody says, okay, but I never get the job.
I know you never get the call.
Because my agent is blind. That's the problem. When I tell that story, I think I tell it too often. Oh, God, man, that guy's asking me for a job, and his first agent was blind. I'll tell him to leave.
Right. No wonder why we don't call you.
No wonder why. Maybe I should shut my mouth. The problem is I can't. Put my foot in it most of the time.
That's fantastic.
But, let's get behind this and make it a reality. Go to the sites where you can download it and watch it. The trailer is really cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So what we do now is we create this kind of like ancillary content. So for all the dispensaries in Washington State, we create the scenario where the aliens now come down and they want to confiscate Starleaf. The aliens do because they know it raises human consciousness. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see all these other videos about the aliens coming and actually confiscating Starleaf. And the character in the movie, Ranger Dave, he's got to fight these aliens.
I love Ranger Dave.
Oh, Ranger Dave is awesome.
Like Ranger Bob.
Yeah.
Engineer Bob.
Yeah.
Or Space Bob, right? Or whatever that. Ranger Dave.
Ranger Dave is like the karmic policeman. Oh yeah. This
is better than a cartoon movie.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that you should put this in every medical marijuana and recreational marijuana dispensary because they sell everything else in there, right?
Yep.
Besides the oils. Yeah. Put it in all the dispensaries and let them sell it there,
like
distribute it there.
Starbucks used to sell music,
They used to
CDs.
sell
Yeah, remember that?
The problem is that, or the challenge is that some of these things, with the artwork and stuff,
Right.
you can't lure underage kids into a store with another product.
You can't do that anyway because underage kids can't go through these dispensaries. It's against the law. You got to be
So
whatever
that
the age of the
takes care of
state
that,
is.
right?
Yeah, so that takes care of that.
Yeah.
And if they want to buy the movie and watch it, well, that's fine. But no, I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah, well,
I'd look into that.
Each state is a little different. So we're going to investigate. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah,
It's a great
get it
idea
out
though.
there.
Yeah. So we have our Starleaf cartel. Yes.
Exactly.
And hey, I just want to be the Godfather.
The Godfather, the weed father.
The weed father, the Starleaf. Yeah.
I see a scene with you and Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah,
What do you
Snoop's
think?
doing a religious album. He's doing a religious, an
Praise
inspirational
God.
religious album. Can you imagine that?
No.
Because his Rastafarian stuff didn't work. So he's trying to refine himself. But he's on a talk show and everything. God, man.
Yeah.
Just keep smoking weed and
that
create
is like,
some great music.
He's like the next level of Cheech and Chong. He inherited the mantle of Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so let's talk. We're going to be taking off here in a little bit, but how do people keep in touch with you and follow you?
So on Instagram, the real Robert Leeshock.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one. For Starleaf, it's starleafmovie.com.
Okay.
And what else? I don't know.
You got a
That might
Facebook
be-
page?
I probably have a Facebook page, but I'm not too popular on there.
Right.
Facebook doesn't like you.
You know why?
Basically, it's that I don't want to get on there. So my Instagram I can handle.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to stick to one sort of channel.
Right.
Yeah.
One at a
platform.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing to do.
Keep it simple.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Or silly.
Yes. Did you just call me stupid?
I did.
Keep it simple. He goes stupid.
I insult my future employers. That's how I get a job. Plus my blind agent. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Robert Leeshock, everybody. I mean, you got to check out this movie, Starleaf. You got to go online, see what he's doing. Follow him. He's had a great acting career. We're gonna take you out on a demo. How much time we got?
None.
How long is the demo?
A couple minutes.
2 minutes.
You want to dump the song and run the demo. We got enough time in there?
Just about.
Okay, we're gonna run. This is demo reel. Check it out.
Lives right up here. Is waiting for something to unleash it.
That's you, right?
He is that Mustang.
Yeah.
Looks like a 65, 66. It's a nice car.
Yeah, it sure was.
I looked you in the eye and I flinched. That's over. If I don't find Lily, I will come back and kill you.
But if I choose the freedom of humanity, I give up the knowledge of the infinite. Isn't that true?
Yeah, some of my best memories. Working on some old
I've had some good memories.
jalopy
too.
with my dad, the auto body shop.
Not far enough yet. We need to keep moving. Can't even smell the smoke anymore.
That doesn't mean the smoke can't smell you.
Last call was a charge. This is a charge. Back off. You got me fouled out, you mother.
Hey. What? Yo, Lou Cardinal. What are you, his muscle? Congratulations, Sheriff.
Shot right
30
in the
seconds,
nuts.
you have destroyed everything I've worked towards.
These nuts is right.
Right.
I hope this all works out well for you and your daughter, but I've had enough of Hickville.
Recruited back home in Tulsa by a smooth-talking Asian girl like you. You fixed to add paranoid schizophrenic to my file. I had all kinds of electrical problems.
Spring went out. My front spoiler folded up on me.
Wheel bar broke.
Lost the spring rubber.
My
There's a
brakes
rip
were
torn
over.
in this one.
I had to pump them before
Watch him
every
come
turn.
back.
Innocent until proven guilty, remember?
How often are they innocent?
In my professional opinion, never.
How innocent do you think I am?
Oh, you didn't want to answer that question.
Yeah, right.
Robert Leeshock, everybody. We
Awesome.
Had some
Thanks,
fun there.
Jesse.
Hey, man.
Thanks, Lee. I really
the
appreciate
Jesse
it.
T Show. You come back anytime. We're going to talk
Awesome.
about this. Go check it out. Download the movie. Watch it. It's on all kinds of places.
iTunes,
like,
Amazon. You got it.
All right.
Google
Hey,
Play.
look at We're podcasting right now on YouTube. Watch the show. Instagram's done with. Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Check it out right there. Hey, the Brown Beauty is still with you, and the man with the master plan. Yes, the guy right here, Robert Leeshock. Thanks, man. And a Vulcan mind grip. Brown Beauty's off duty, and I'm trying to get him. Yes, it's the reaction.
Jesse's awesome, man. Jesse T Show. Watch it. ThePowerOfVoices.com. Oh.